I'm John Gogliettino.
I am Rickert Council.
I'm Bobo Potsner.
I'm Risa Minikin.
And I'm Doris Hanley. Welcome to 30 Minutes.
Welcome to 30 Minutes. My name is John Gogliettino, and I'm your host for this show. We're going to be talking to several common council people, city council people. Excuse my dating myself. It's been a few years since it's been the city council. So without further ado, let's bring them on, and they're going to do a self-introduction and how many months or years they've been on, and let's bring them on, and we'll start over on my left and work our way around. Okay, starting with Barry. Go ahead.
Well, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Good. As John was introducing me, I am Barry Rickert. I am a council at large representative for the city of Danbury. Have been on since December of 2023. I am a lifelong resident, born, raised, educated, worked in the city of Danbury my entire life. And in case anybody's wondering, that's 72 plus years. And I have, I'm married to my wife, Judy. I have 3 sons, Barry, Brian, and Brendan, and 6 granddaughters. That's me in a nutshell. My work experience has been in fire safety. I was the fire marshal for the city of Danbury, worked in the Danbury Fire Department for almost 35 years, worked for the state of Connecticut for a couple of years, and also worked for the town of Southbury as their fire marshal and emergency management director for nearly 7 years. So I have a lot of experience and I think a wealth of knowledge in public safety. So that being said.
Okay, Diane.
Good morning, everybody. Diane LaPine here. I'm currently serving as city council at large and running for re-election this year for the November 4th election, along with our incumbent mayor, Roberto Alves. As far as Danbury goes, I've lived here for 6 years, which is most of my life. Attended all Danbury schools, went to WestCon as a voice major. I am a career real estate broker in Danbury for 29 years and run a large team with my husband, Jim LaPine, who's also a saxophone player. We have 2 adult children, Jamie and Greg LaPine, who both attended all Danbury schools. Jamie has a master's in choral conducting, and Greg is a professional saxophonist that travels the world with Grammy-winning people like Jason Mraz, Sting, and Shaggy. I have 2 granddaughters, Lila and Lydia, and I'm also a professional vocalist and taught vocals at Danbury High School for 13 years, so to hundreds and hundreds of great Danbury kids. And that's pretty much my story.
All right, thank you. Cheryl.
Hi, good morning. Cheryl Wallace-Smith. I am currently a sitting councilwoman since 2023. I've lived in Danbury for about 20 years plus. I moved up from New York looking for a better way of living, a suburban way of living. I have 2 children, both of which went to school in Danbury High School, and one of my daughter went to WestCon. I currently have a granddaughter who's in the Danbury school system. So I take care of my mother, who by today's standard is not considered elderly at all. I currently work for Webster Bank. I've worked for Webster for over 20 plus years. So I've been in finance all my life. I got into politics because I thought it was time to try and make a change and leave this world, a better place than how I entered it, hopefully. And that's a little bit about me.
All right, very good. Now, I want to make a note on the city budget, that the city budget, there's people always complain, hey, the taxes are a little higher, but our city budget is the least expensive budget in the entire area, and it's not very much. Who wants to answer the question of how much the exact
I can do
budget?
that.
Yeah, okay.
I can talk about the taxes because it's something I do all the time, being a realtor.
Real estate, real estate.
So basically, Danbury's taxes went up the least in the whole area. Danbury only went up, say for instance, my house is just an average 1,800 square foot house. My taxes went up $206 per year, which is $17 per month. Okay, so that's Danbury. That's 2.28% is the amount of increase that we got. Brookfield increased 3.69%. Newtown increased 6.72%. Bethel 5.4%. Ridgefield 3.98%. New Milford 4.1%, and even Southbury 4%. And so our mayor was able, and our whole city people were able to get this budget together with that little bit of an increase. And just to put that in perspective too, a couple of years ago under Esposito's town hall, that our taxes went up. My house, $1,298 per year. Okay, so that was
a big
quite
comparison.
a bit more. Just to clear up what we hear. Oh, the taxes went up so much. Well, I guess they had to go up a little, and we only increased our taxes a little bit. So I think we did a good job.
And we got a mayor that goes up to Hartford and fights for every bit that we can get. His first term, he got us an additional 12 million. And if somebody could tell me the exact number, that'd be fine. But this year it was close to 13 million that he got for this year, the coming year. Now we've had improvements on roads. Who would like to talk about the road improvements and how many roads how many miles, Barry? How many miles that we do per year?
I don't know the exact number. I know that the mayor is aiming for 20 miles of roads to be repaved. And we are doing a lot with the roads, no question about it. Is it enough? No. There are many roads that need repair, replacement, resurfacing. We are working towards that as quickly as possible. We have funds to do this, and I expect our Public Works Department and our subcontractors to continue on until they run out of pavement to procure to do the roads. And I look forward to getting get as many roads repaved as possible, and looking forward to having more roads resurfaced and repaired in the spring. So we are making dramatic improvements. Is it enough? No. But we're trying to catch up on many years of neglect, in my opinion. And we've seen so many good things happening. And people ask me all the time, what about this road? What about that road? We'll get to it. But they do see improvements. And I could say, honestly, that we're better off now than we were years ago.
John,
John,
just one
can
little
I add?
thing.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
just add something, John?
Cheryl.
The paving plan. Let's not forget, it's also a 5-year plan. So it's it's a 5-year plan that the mayor came up with to pave some of the most highly neglected roads in the city. So if someone is pointing out that their road isn't currently being done or it wasn't done this year, it's still a 5-year plan and it will still be done. I mean, the mayor has doubled the average amount of paving, of average amount of paving.
Right.
And don't forget all the other infrastructure that we needed to improve, like the drainage, right? Critical stuff that needed to get done. So I think he's doing an excellent job. It's a 5-year plan, so it's not one and done. It's going to continue, even if he doesn't get reelected. The plan's already in place. The money is in place. and so it will be done. So I think we should take some comfort in knowing that that there's more roads that are going to be done, whether he's in office or not, because he made sure to take care of that.
And I have one little point that I'd like to make. You can go on to danbury-ct.gov and you can look at the plan. And you can look at the roads that are currently being done, infrastructure that's being done, future roads to be done. So that's danbury-ct.gov.
Okay, very good. I was going to say you can call 311. We're going to talk about what do you call if you want to know about city government? Who do you call? You like to talk to people, and too many people call 911. So get that out of your head. It's 311 for anything having to do with the city government. And we got that off the checklist here. Police. Who knows about how many policemen we've added to the city roster since Mayor Elves has been in? Approximately
10 or so.
Yeah, you got the prize on that one. There was a plan years ago, which they all, the competition totally, that was just a suggestion years ago, and I believe it's 145 people, 145 policemen, and we're at that point, and we're going to add more. He's gone up 10 people, and there's plans to add more because we're a larger city, and we do need the patrol cars out there to make sure that the peace stays in place. It's been very peaceful. Our numbers are down in all the categories, so that's good. And then we had a bond issue, and maybe Barry wants to talk about this. One of the parts of the bond issue, aside from having more money for roads, was to build a firehouse. Do you know, Barry, whether or not we're close to building the firehouse and where it's supposed to be? And
I have some knowledge on that. I spoke with the mayor a few weeks back.
Okay.
And, they are looking at different properties on the west side, where the firehouse has been proposed to be built. It is long overdue. The fire department, which I was part of for many years, I started in 1973. Back in 1983, we started talking about putting a firehouse out that way. And so we're 42 years into this discussion. We have finally gotten the bond money approved by the citizens and taxpayers to build that fire station and put the equipment in there and the personnel. So we are, I think, years ahead of what has been going on for the last 42 years. So now we're heading in the right direction. As everybody knows, the west side of town is expanding dramatically, housing, business. So we need to protect that. And every minute counts when you're responding to a fire or an emergency. So putting a station out on the west side is a priority. We got the approval from the voters last November. The money is there. We are just now in discussions and locating property to put that fire station in place and open it for the benefit of everyone in the city. And by the way, when you put a firehouse close to where you live, your insurance rates are dramatically adjusted. They go down. So we're looking for that to help not only protecting the public and our first responders, but also helping people's bottom line at home with their insurance premiums. With the new firehouse on the west side, their insurance premiums will be affected and they will go down in some cases. So this is a win-win for everybody. I'm looking forward to that station. Don't have a timeline on it, but I know that the chief and the mayor are actively looking at properties right now to place that station, get that open as soon as possible.
Okay. Does anybody have an update on the high school? I mean, it's something more specific that it's when the schools open up, it's going to open up. But has anybody gone out there look at.
We haven't been given a tour yet, but I think it's possible that they're going to let us take a look. I guess, we're quite ready for that. I know that it's going to be around 800 kids. So that takes quite the load off the other high school, and I'm excited that they are going to have all new bathrooms, because we had like 15 kids come to city council and complain to us about the bathrooms at the other high school. And,
Well, when you-
I have
when
to
you got-
agree that because there's some of the same bathrooms that were there in 1977 when I was there. So, and seriously, I hope they give us a tour, because, it'd be really nice for us to see. But I think it's great that we have a new high school. And I'm excited. Changing the subject on you, kind of, but I'm excited about downtown revitalization, if you want to get into that.
I wasn't quite there yet, If you want to.
Well, I'm excited.
If you're excited, you want to hit the first ball out, go ahead.
Well, to me, it's really important. Living here for 60 years and having, seeing the condition of the downtown just went down the tubes. The sidewalks horrible with, concrete and blacktop. So all the sidewalks are being done. They're planting, I heard, 160 new trees that won't pull up the sidewalks. It's just going to be so much better to drive down there now that it's paved. And then on top of it, have nice sidewalks. I mean, we have other parts of the city that really need serious sidewalk help too. But I think it's a huge improvement, and for all the real estate agents that sell Danbury and love Danbury, we can drive people down Main Street in Danbury and be proud that it's starting to really come up. So,
Okay.
I'm excited.
All right. That's good. And Cheryl, you wanted to talk about one of your experiences on, and this is to all of you, but Cheryl said that she had something specific to say. This is what council people do. Aside from having a general meeting, then there's committee meetings where you have meetings and recommend that certain action be taken by the council. And then when you have the general meeting, you vote on the items that were discussed in committee and what the recommendation was. So take it from there.
So
Sure.
one of the committees that I was recently on, which is near and dear to my heart, and I thank the mayor for having me be a part of that committee, was, the cameras on our school buses throughout the city, because we've had some issues where motor cars were passing school buses while their stop signs were up and their little poles were, flagged out. So we thought we would join, other major cities in the state, and really look at if this is a need that we had in Danbury. And through that ad hoc committee that I sat on, we determined, speaking with, the school bus operators, getting information from, the school bus drivers about how reckless it had become throughout the city, that, drivers were just, some irresponsible drivers were just passing school buses while their stop signs were up. So we voted to, have cameras on the school buses. And some of the misconception that was out there was that, the cameras would be invading, a motorist's privacy. And I'm here to tell everybody that that is not the case. It's only taking photos of license plates. And that's all. It's not taking, your picture. It's just license plate, and it only gets activated when and if you pass the school bus, when the stop sign is out or the little stick thing is down. So we did have, major support on that. I think everyone agreed on the council and that this was a safety hazard and it's something that we needed to do. And as you know, my children went to school in Danbury and now my granddaughter goes to school in Danbury. And I really don't want to have to worry about some driver just breezing by when she's getting on the school bus. So I'm happy that that happened. And this is just some of the good work that city council members do to keep our city safe and our constituents safe.
Okay, that's good. Then we're down to parks and ball fields. Who would like to talk about the work that's been done? I mean, it was, I could note with myself driving by Highland Avenue. I tend to be in that area quite a bit. I go for my audits, and basically I noticed just how bad a condition it was in, and they've done quite a job fixing that area up. So I know you're going to say call Gary Simone. Because he could go on for half an hour on that. Go on, Barry.
I think that we've made dramatic improvements in our parks throughout the city. We have some leadership there that is laser focused on providing the best that we possibly can for our citizens to utilize what facilities we have. And we have beautiful facilities throughout the city. We have a number of parks that were, I wouldn't say neglected, I think just say that they're getting worn out. So now we're providing more funding to get them updated and to get them more accessible and usable. So we're seeing dramatic results in the parks and recreation departments. This is something which we talked about on the campaign last year or in 2023, and we're seeing the results. They are first class. This is the way to go. Our citizens deserve this, and we are going to provide it. So we are going to do everything we can to support initiatives by Parks and Rec and keep our city not only safe, which we do on a regular basis, but someplace where people can go out and enjoy our city in the parks and the areas of recreation, which I think now are a good reflection about what Danbury really is.
And it gives people a place to go aside from going to the mall. That doesn't mean we want people not to go to the mall, but if they want to get some fresh air, they can go walk in the parks. And then the ball fields are getting redone, and that keeps kids out of potential trouble if they can play baseball or soccer and other things that are on a ball field of one type or another. Then that's our advantage as a community. So before I forget, why don't we go around and give a telephone number and email for anybody wanting to ask questions directly of yourselves, that's out there.
Want me to
I
start?
have my phone number. You can find me anywhere. So Diane LaPine, phone number 203-733-9382. And that's my cell phone, and people do use it a lot. The thing with the at-large council people is that we represent the entire city. So the three of us are all at large. Anybody in the city can call us, which they do, with drainage problems and problems with trees and, tree fell at my yard, or this tree is blocking. Cheryl took care of somebody with a tree.
Yeah.
Now,
Your email?
The email is d.lapine at danbury-ct.gov. d.lapine at danbury-ct.gov.
Okay, thank you. Cheryl?
The best way to reach me would be C. Wallace-Smith at danbury.ct.gov.
Okay. Very good. And Barry.
My cell phone number is 203-240-4566. And my city email is b.rickert at the rest of what the other lady said. I won't repeat all that, but it is a city email, and you can reach me there. My cell phone is always accessible. And as we have all said, we are here to answer questions, respond to concerns, and move the city forward in the right direction. I'd like to emphasize moving forward. I don't like to look back too much to see what we've done. I want to see what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. That's the positive way we should be looking at things. We are doing great things in the city of Danbury. We as council members, the three of us that are here today, are part of that solution. So I'm very proud to be a councilman, along with the two ladies on the show today. We're doing our job to push and make this city go forward. If we don't go forward, we go backwards. So let's go forward.
Let's move forward. Is there any one particular thing that you would like to do in the coming term? Barry.
Well, I'm hoping to get reelected. I'm running
okay.
for a second term, obviously. Continuing to focus on certainly our public safety departments, police, fire, EMS, and emergency management, which we have hired more firefighters now than I can remember to add to the staff. We've done additional hirings in the police department and promotions. We've backfilled positions, filled promotional positions within those departments. Very important. We are going to be having someone new into the city as far as EMS goes. This new company is going to be merging with Nuvance. So I'm looking forward to what their thoughts are on emergency medical services for the city. And we will engage as necessary to provide the best emergency medical care for our citizens. Emergency management, these days, when we think about the storms that occur and things that just recently, well, it was last year, I guess it was, the big rainstorms in the area, we need to continue to provide all the support we can for our emergency management department and let them.
Barry, we're running out of time, so let's give the ladies a chance to say something anyway.
Of course.
Now, Cheryl, you said something before about the committee, so let's go to Diane. You got like 30 seconds left, Diane.
Okay, but real quick, what's really important to me is music in the area. We have WestCon music department, we have theater there, we have Richter Arts, and for me, we need to fund arts and music in the Danbury schools, and so I hope to advocate, I hope to be reelected, but I'd like to advocate in the next year for funds for arts and music.
Okay, and Cheryl, very quickly, you have
Very
something?
quickly, just some quality of life things. I know illegal apartments are a big hot topic in our city, and I would really like to make a difference and contribute to a good solution to get that mitigated and continue our quality of life in this great city that we all live and love.
Very good. I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I want to thank the viewers for tuning in to 30 Minutes. We'll see you next week, same time, same station.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
You're welcome.